Well, I think we're actually live.
Oh, I think we're live.
We are live. I don't know how alive you are, but I'm definitely alive.
Well, it's a packed house here at the beautiful Italian Affair in Glassboro, New Jersey, for a special edition of BFA Sports Wine and Dine with Eagles Hall of Fame coach and Super Bowl champion Dick Vermeil.
Yeah, really excited for this evening. I'm actually looking forward to the 2018 34 wine that's going to be here tonight. It's got a mix of a Cabernet, Sauvignon, and a Franc. Absolutely looking forward to it. There's also a Sauvignon Blanc. So that's one I've never had before that I'm open to.
Are you slurring your words already?
No, I'm not, actually.
Oh, you just can't say Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc. I said it just like that.
Well, it's going to be 4 courses here tonight. You're going to hear a couple of different stories. Coach Vermeil going to be talking football, going to be talking some of the old Eagles stories, going to be certainly talking wine, which you got to get that Christmas list going early, buddy. I think you should get me a membership to the Vermeil Wine Club. You just have to go to VermeilWines.com.
Looking forward to that. Well, actually, we have folks that are, hey.
All right.
Yeah. I think maybe when you want to get interviewed, come on in.
Come on on.
Well, you know what? I may put that on my Christmas list, but I think right now the Christmas list has coal in your stocking from me this year. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you're just going to re-gift what I was actually going to give you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well,
in all seriousness, folks, this is going to be a really great evening. Like you said, a 4-course meal, some great wine, and some great company.
Well, minus you at least. The rest of the company will be fantastic. We did have an opportunity to sit down with Coach Vermeil, so you'll be hearing from him real soon. But for the time being, it looks like we're going to step aside, and Coach Vermeil is going to be kicking things off here in just a second from the Italian Affair in Glassboro. So I got to ask, anything you're going to gravitate towards? I mean, we have a set menu tonight, but is there something you really like in the Italian Affair? Me, I like the wild boar ragu.
Really? You're going to put me on the spot just like that?
Well, what do you think?
Well,
you're a chicken parm guy.
I am a chicken parm guy. I'm looking forward to the chicken parm.
So last time we were here, you interviewed Mama Solano. She's here again with her desserts.
Oh, man, the desserts are out of this world. Homemade, fantastic. You want to come out with some great desserts besides the great meals that are here, come right here to Italian Affair in Glassboro, New Jersey.
Yeah, in the meantime, check out the wines that are going to be tasted tonight. Part of the signature list. Just got to go to VermeilWines.com. But again, we're going to step away as everyone else is getting seated.
Yeah, nobody wants to look at us.
No, we're pretty in a different way. Pretty, ugly.
Ugly.
Anyway, all right, we'll be right back from Glassboro, New Jersey, here at the Italian Affair. Hit the cover. You got somebody big head. She got a lot of people walking.
I see we have a lot of people sitting down now, so it might as well get started before all the glasses are empty. But anyway, first off, Dick Vermeil here, thanking all of you for giving up an evening of your time here at Christmas time to come and share an evening eating good food and drinking good wine. We've been here before, so we sort of know the process. This is Nikki Bazile's organizational thoughts and put it together. A very, very close friend of mine, and I can see by the number of bald heads here, he's got a lot of friends here as well. 100%. Yeah. He's a special guy, and a special friend of mine. We've shared a lot of great meals and a lot of great glasses of wine together. With me here tonight is our Chief Operating Officer here to help me sell wine, because we do come here to sell wine, as you might figure that out. Bill Curtis, where's Billy? Bill? Where's Bill Curtis? Pee on your own time, Bill. Come on. Here he is, Bill. Come on. Bill, come on here. Bill Curtis. You'll see him working around the tables. Bill does all the hard work in the business. He really does. Michael Aziz and John Scarpa turned my hobby into a winemaking business in 2008. Bill Curtis works for both of those guys and does all the hard work, the numbers and the business figures and all that kind of stuff. And they put him in charge of VermeilWines, and it's been a real blessing to VermeilWines. If anything really great come out of this whole process, has been Bill Curtis and his contribution, both as a businessman and as a friend. Standing right behind him is our special teams coach. Okay, that's Peter Michaelitis. He also works for John Scarpa and Michael Aziz and their companies there in Egg Harbor, and Michael has gotten more and more involved in the wine side of the business, and I talk to him probably 3 or 4 times a week, sending wines around the country. He does a great job. So you'll see him moving around as we serve the wines. And tonight, people ask me, what are you doing in the wine business? My wife asked me that today when I left. Okay. But anyway, born and raised in Calistoga, Napa Valley. Many of you people have been there. My great-grandfather on the Italian side of the family from Tuscany loved Napa Valley. It reminded him of his home in Tuscany above Lucca. And he started, when he made a lot of money in San Francisco, he started buying properties in Calistoga. Part of it was the vineyard that I'm still involved with. He bought a portion of that a long time ago. The home I was born in, he bought. It's still there. Anyway, in Calistoga. And then the Vermeil French side comes into the family. My grandfather Vermeil made all our own family wines with Freddie Annie grapes from Freddie Annie Vineyard in Calistoga, which my great-grandfather owned a portion of. So I developed an interest through that kind of family interest in sharing the wines. First, we would drink wine with water in it. As we got a little older, then we had our own glass of wine with no water in it. And I imagine a lot of you are smiling. You went through the same process. But really, my dad was upset if we didn't like wine. You know, that was one way to start a real good, positive conversation with a tough guy. And I never lost the thought and the respect for wine, not as an alcoholic beverage, but as something you share with your family and your friends. And so it was John Scarpa and Michael Aziz idea to turn my hobby into to a full-fledged business, which we did in 2008. And we've been making anywhere from this year almost 1,800 cases to 2,600 cases of wine, all in the Napa Valley. All the grapes that made these wines you're drinking tonight came from the Freddie Annie Vineyard, which is now a 170-acre vineyard owned by the 4 kids. Okay, the 1 son and the 3 daughters. The parents are obviously gone. The grandparents are obviously gone. But it's an old established vineyard with some very high quality. Our wines are made by Thomas Brown and Andy Jones, now at Mending Wall Winery in Calistoga. We don't own a winery. Well, we don't own a vineyard, but we custom crush now at Mending Wall. Thomas Brown owns 1/3 of that winery. Thomas Brown is the Bill Belichick of the Napa Valley in the wine world. He's brilliant, really. He's considered consistently the number 1 or number 2, number 3 guy in the country, really, for California wines especially. But Andy Jones does all the hard work, and we're so pleased. I just spent, Bill and I were just out there, and we spent 5 days out in California working the business and meeting with our wine people, and it was a great experience. And like I've told people, this is the first year we're in the playoffs. You know, if it took you almost 13 years to get even in the NFL, you'd never get that opportunity. But anyway, it takes a lot of competition. NFL, 32 teams. We have over 600 wineries in the Napa Valley, and no one goes into the Napa Valley and makes poor wine. 4% of the grapes picked in California come from the Napa Valley, 9% from Sonoma. So it's about 70% red picked grapes in the Napa Valley and 30% white. A little bit different ratios as you get into Sonoma County. The Cabernet you're drinking tonight is about I'd say 51% of the Napa Valley now and growing. The Sauvignon Blanc is starting to fade away a little bit. Farmers have a hard time making any money selling Sauvignon Blanc. But I think you're going to enjoy the wines. I never tell anybody our wines are any better than anybody else's. I can point out the nuances. I am not a wine snob. I am not a wine expert. I know what I like. And it's not based on what it costs or anything. If the wine tastes good to me, I call it a good wine. Okay, and I invite you to do that tonight. And I'm very confident, because I've done this a number of times now, that you're going to enjoy these wines. The first wine you're going to be drinking is a Sauvignon Blanc. Now, we only made 193 cases of it. This year it'll be less than 90, because the crop was about 50% off in the Sauvignon Blanc level. But our winemakers, Thomas Brown and Andy Jones, use a little different process. And those of you that have been drinking Sauvignon Blanc for a long time will notice the difference. Now, this is 13.2 in alcohol, so it's a little lower. It's 100% Sauvignon Blanc. Hand-picked August 21st, 2020. That's not long ago. Aged 6 months, okay? 70% of the time in a neutral French oak barrel. Now, neutral oak barrel means that barrel has been used to age Sauvignon Blanc the year before. That restricts the amount of strong oak flavors it presents to the Zinfandel grape as it ages. Then the other percent of the time, 30%, was in stainless steel. It was bottled March 2nd, 2021. So, not long ago. But that's what's great about Sauvignon Blanc. It's easier to make. It doesn't take a long time. And our winemakers don't complicate the process. They try to extract the flavors of the exact grape that year. And it varies a little bit every year. And that's why how they change up in the amount of time they use in oak barrels and stainless steel and everything. But there's 2,600 acres approximately of planted Sauvignon Blanc in the Napa Valley, okay? And it's about 6% of the total crop, Sauvignon Blanc. So they don't specialize in it. And, I don't have the palate that can give you all the defined nuances, and there'll be people in here that can do it. I've coached some players that have, someone asked me about Morton Anders. He had a real sophisticated palate. He could do it. Todd Collins, who was a limited partner, was my backup quarterback of the Chiefs, had a great palate and could do it. But me, if it tastes good to me, I love it, okay? Now, Sauvignon Blanc has never been one of my favorite. I will drink this. I would rather drink a nice Chardonnay, which we make, okay? But a lot of people are drinking the Sauvignon Blanc now. It doesn't cost as much as a Chardonnay. This is a $36 bottle of wine, okay? A Chardonnay we make is a $56 bottle of wine. So I think you're going to enjoy this glass of wine. And they're serving it here. The menu's in front of you, balsamic glaze and frittelle di zucchini, okay? So it sounds good to me. Let's enjoy the Sauvignon Blanc, and thank you for being here.
we're now here with the man of the hour, Eagles Hall of Fame and Super Bowl champion coach, Dick Vermeil. Coach, it's going to be a fantastic evening tonight, and based on all the glasses that Al and I have seen, we're going to be pouring a lot of wine.
I think we will. We're pouring 4 different wines, and we've been here before. It was well received, good crowd, great food. So I'm excited to go for the second half here.
Yeah. So Coach is making his rounds for the holidays, Al, and I know as a wine connoisseur in your own right, are you a member of the VermeilWines Holiday Club?
Not yet, but it looks like I'm going to be tonight.
Well, I guarantee you're going to be tonight.
I put myself on the spot, Coach.
We have 35 wine club members in New Jersey, and we have about 121 in Philadelphia. Yeah.
So some championship stats for sure, Coach.
Well, yeah, we couldn't make the playoffs with those stats, but we're getting close.
Coach, really enjoy wine, third generation. It's been in the family. So talk a little bit about that. Always a glass of vino on the Vermeil table. Is that true?
And homemade. Homemade. But really, the reason I'm in the wine business, I was born and raised in Calistoga, north end of the Napa Valley, and I was born in my great-grandfather on the Italian side of my family's house, Garibaldo I Carey. He was successful in coming from Italy, out of Tuscany. Napa Valley reminded him of Tuscany, so he started buying properties after making a lot of money in San Francisco. And like I said, the home that I was born in is still there in Calistoga, California. And he was in the wine business for a while, and he owned part of the vineyard that we still, Freddie Annie Vineyard, where we pick. I was there for a month this year working the harvest. And so it's a family thing. Then grandfather Vermeil, my dad's dad, comes in. He's the winemaker from France, and he was making all our family wines from Freddie Annie Vineyards, and I sort of took a fascination to it. We were sort of assigned to help him, especially as he got older, my brother and I, Stan, and learned a lot, not so much on the technical side, but the appreciation of the process, the appreciation of the people and sharing their wine experiences and the holidays and all these kinds of things. So I made up my mind someday I'm going to put my great-grandfather on the French side of the family, who brought the name from the south of France, on a wine bottle, and my dad's name, Jean-Louis Vermeil. So I did it, made wine for a long time, no money involved, hobby wine, 150 cases or so. A friend did it for me, made it, sold it. If I wanted a bottle of wine, I paid retail for it. Then my friends from New Jersey, John Scarpa, Michael Aziz, Carl Peterson, these guys, they said, let's turn your hobby into a business. So in 2008, we started making real wine and having all kinds of problems.
Well, it sounds like you were recruited by Carl Peterson to build a championship team, and now you return the favor, and now you're building a championship team when it comes to the wine.
Right.
So, Al, Coach Vermeil factoid, did you know Napa Valley Junior College, Napa Junior College, he coached football there?
I did not know that.
So
I knew about the USCLA.
I played there 2 years.
Okay.
And then I coached there one season, and I went from there. I was only there 6 months. I went from there to Stanford University to work for John Ralston as an assistant. Yes.
Wow, awesome stuff. And then you had a great career over at UCLA, and then
that was
all. The Philadelphia Eagles.
1 year as an assistant, and then 2 years as a head coach. When we beat Ohio State, Leonard Tost and Jim Murray, thank you guys, they decided to come and get me and bring me back here, and they did. I brought 3 kids, and now I have 11 grandkids all born back here, and this is our home.
So it seems to me, Coach, that 3 years tends to be a running statistic in the Vermeil household when it comes to football. And so I got to ask for a wine, because it seems like every 3 years you're with a team, you turn an underdog into a winner, into a championship caliber component. So does it take 3 years from the time that you grab those grapes to make a championship wine?
Well, not really. Not really. The football business, from a physical standpoint, is tougher. The wine business, from a competition standpoint, in the NFL, you got 32 teams. There are about 600 wineries in the Napa Valley, and nobody in the Napa Valley makes poor wine. Only 4% of the grapes picked in California come from the Napa Valley. 9% comes from Sonoma County, and 51% of the grapes picked in the Napa Valley are Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's 70% red, 30% white overall in the vineyard. So it's tough competition, but we're making good wine. In fact, this is the first year we're in the playoffs. Out of the black, into the black.
Well, like every championship team, it's hard to get tickets, and this looks like a VIP sold-out event. You got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, well, I am. I am. We've been here before. You know, the word gets out. The food's good here. The wine is good. And we hope to come home with some wine club members. That's the only way you can really justify investing time at night is to build a club one customer at a time. And you get 3 shipments a year in the wine club, either a 3-bottle club, a 6-bottle club, a 12-bottle club, or the Signature Series, which is 4 of each of our 3 major Cabernets. And none of the wine is inexpensive. When you're making small volume, this year 1,700 cases, it's expensive, it's quality, and you can spend more and get less. It's hard to get a better wine, really, any less expensive.
Well, I'm going to put this guy on the spot because he's already put me on the spot. You be joining that club tonight?
Oh, 100%. That's why I came. Our buddy
I've
Nicky
heard
Basil.
I've heard that bull so many times. Oh, I'm joining your club. You leave, spend hours. You know, like I tell people, I'm not in the entertainment business.
So
I'm in the wine business.
So one of my favorite football and wine stories, Coach, and I got to ask you, put you on the spot now, was it true? So there was a story or a rumor that one day you had offered Morton Anderson a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon if he hit the game-winning field goal, and then he makes it, and the NFL cuts in and says, Coach, you can't do that.
That's a true story, and it was a $500 bottle of wine
Woo!
by Bryant Family Vineyards. You know, high-end, one of the first real cult wines in the Napa Valley. And Morton Anderson, of all the athletes I've ever coached, is probably the most sophisticated wine guy that I know in the NFL, and also one of my leading customers. And he ended up going out there and making it. And then on Monday, the NFL let us know that was not legal because it came up in the press conference. So I gave it to him on Thursday.
It's really good stuff. Coach, someone wants to join your championship wine club. They can go to VermeilWines.com.
Just Google Vermeil Wines. And I have 2 people with me here tonight that'll go around to the tables and see if we can get club members to join. You know, sometimes, last week we had a home run hit up in New Rochelle, New York at a big country club, and it was the best wine event we've ever had in terms of business and quality. And these kind are more family, down home, and it's fun to do them, and we'll see.
All right. Well, we're going to be breaking bread all night long. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be cutting in and out the sights and sounds. There's 4 courses tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
And with each course, we're going to pair it with a wine.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing you might actually be telling a few stories to the crowd.
Right. We're pouring a Sauvignon Blanc. Okay. We're pouring a red blend, 34 for Super Bowl 34. And then we're pouring the JLV Cabernet, Jean-Louis Vermeil Cabernet, and then we're pouring the exclusive Picket Road Cabernet. Now, we only make like 130 cases of this stuff, so we're not large volume in those high-end wines.
I'm looking forward to that one. I'm a big cab.
You'll enjoy it.
Big cab fan.
You'll enjoy it.
All right, so stay tuned, everybody. Sit back, relax, listen on in. We're here at the Italian Affair in beautiful Glassboro, New Jersey. You're watching tonight's Wine and Dine with Coach Dick Vermeil.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Salute. Thanks, Coach.
Maybe I didn't bring it in. I thought I brought it in. This is yours. Or Doug's. All right. You can go out my car and see
Streaming up there, buddy. That sign with many words in the spot. I think it looks, I mean, all honestly, it looks pretty good. So apparently we're going to interview Harold Carmichael. So we're going to interview him. So I guess if you want to put this back on. We'll find out what the hell's going on. I guess we'll set up right out here. Wow. Nice to meet you. No. Give this one to Coach. You want to join Coach back there, Harold? He's going to come here, guys. He's coming out.
Ladies and gentlemen, is it on? Is it working? Not working. Testing one. Hello, hello. Hello, have your attention, please. Hello. Here we go. Hello, hello. Have your attention, please. I don't know if they can hear us in there. I can't get their attention. Hello. Well, first off, I hope very much you enjoyed the Sauvignon Blanc. All right? We don't make a lot of it. We just try to make it the right way. So thank you for enjoying the Sauvignon Blanc. Special guest. Special guest. Now, I didn't invite any of my former players here because I hate leaning on these guys all the time because they're great people and they normally say yes to about everybody that asks them to do something for them. But here, two special guests here. Harold Carmichael now, NFL Hall of Fame. He gets his Hall of Fame ring this Sunday at the Redskin game, okay? He gets his Hall of Fame ring. Anyway, someone said how appropriate, and that's so true. Also, Vince Papali and Janet just walked in. Vince, where are you? Oh, okay. Love you guys. Thank you for showing up. They're in the process of moving to Florida, you know. Anyway, thank you for being here. But Harold, has being inducted in the Hall of Fame changed your life in any way?
Coach, it's going to be me regardless of what kind of jacket they put on me. I'm going to be me, whatever, but it's been very exciting. I mean, it's a bit honored. It took a while. I never really said, well, I should be in the Hall of Fame. I will let other people say that. But, when I didn't get it for over 30 years, I said maybe I wasn't good enough to do it, So, yeah. But, I'm really happy to be able to say that I'm in the Hall of Fame, and I'm happier to know that you're going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
I tell you. let me give you a little insight into that. They had a Hall of Fame event with all the former Hall of Fame players and coaches and everything in a big room discussing the Hall of Fame. He's in the Hall of Fame. I got this secondhand, and the person running the meeting said, "Is there anything any one of you would like to say?" And God bless him, Harold Carmichael stands up and says, "Coach Vermeil should be in the Hall of Fame." Yeah, but anyway, and I'll tell you now, you think that is a unique quality. A unique quality. It's not something that's habitual personality trait of an NFL player, really. And there's a ton of great NFL kids in the league, but as they've gotten younger and making more money, and it's more about what happens to them and what's going on, and not a lot of them go back and pay their respects for the people that help them be what they are. And Harold made a bigger contribution to me getting in the Hall of Fame than I did getting him into the Hall of Fame. Okay, but anyway, because in the old days you run the ball, play defense, and throw when you have to. And imagine what Harold would be today in the offenses they run today. And we had a great offense at the Rams and the Chiefs, but we still didn't throw the ball around the field like they do in the games today. You're almost a coward if you don't throw the ball 40 times or more in a game today. And there were times with Harold, might have only had 3 attempts at him the whole ball game. That's how stupid I was.
Throw the ball, Coach. Throw the ball.
But anyway.
I'm open. I'm open.
But yeah. Don't ever ask a wide receiver if he's open.
Always open, like 7-Eleven.
But anyway, Harold's a great tribute to our community, to the Philadelphia Eagles, and to his family, and very, very special guy in my lifetime. So, and Vince and I and Janet, we have shared so many good times, good evenings, good wines, and he's not in the Hall of Fame in terms of NFL Hall of Fame, but he's in my Hall of Fame.
He's in my heart Hall of Fame also.
Yes, he is. My Hall of Fame. And Vince, get up there and say hello.
What's up, Slim? What's up, baby?
I still call these guys kids. Can you believe that? I call them kids. I think, what a great kid he was. Here he is. I'm 85 years old. He's 104, for Christ's sake. We worked him very hard in the old days.
You're in between there somewhere. Right?
Somewhere, yeah.
How about you moving, Vince?
Oh, well, we're just heading down to Jupiter, Florida. We've had a really crazy week here, just getting our house ready in Cherry Hill. We've had 22, 23 beautiful years in Cherry Hill, but it's time to move on a little bit more south, so it's pretty cool down there. But we're going to miss everybody, certainly going to miss the Philadelphia Eagles. And Harold, what an honor it was for me to be your teammate for 4 years. It was spectacular. We had some really good times. And when I first came in, and the guy that I really wanted the respect and admiration from, of all the guys on the team, aside, of course, from Coach Vermeil, because he was a guy that was either cut me or going to let me stay, was this guy right here, number 17. And when he walked up to me and he says, "Hey, Paisan," I knew I accomplished that. And he says, "You're tipping a little bit, He says, you're going to be making your cut to the right and you're throwing your left elbow up." And that's when I knew, when he showed me how to beat a defender, that I never had to beat anyway, because I never got in to catch a pass,
More important to cover that punt.
You did a fine job of any.
Yeah, that's okay.
Supporting me also.
Well, thanks. It's good. Yeah, they always did call me a great jockstrap. So that's the way it was. You're in the Hall of Fame. I'm in the Hall of Shame. But and it's been a great ride. And I don't know how many people saw the movie. Anybody see that movie, Invincible? Yeah. And Coach Vermeil and it took me about a week to try to show that guy how to do the spike that Harold did, and we should have had Harold to do that. But let me tell you just real quick about it. That movie is all about the dream, and it's about the dream and the willingness to pay the price to make that dream come true. And it doesn't happen. These dreams don't happen for guys like Harold, for me, for Coach Vermeil to get the opportunity to coach with Eagles with that one big word, and that's the word opportunity. And this guy took a chance, man. He took a chance, and a 30-year-old school teacher at Interboro High School that didn't play college football. I played a little semi-pro pro football, played for Max's Bar. I mean, how cool was that, you know? And I played for the Aston Knights for a case of for a 6-pack of Budweiser and a pair of Adidas. You know, that's what I paid for. And you know, and it's Coach Vermeil that gave me the opportunity, and you know, he believed in me, and I got 3 active years, another year on the injured reserve, and got a pension. So that's the ultimate last laugh. Yeah. But you know, when you talk about gentlemen, and you talk about people that don't forget those that you're a part of, and oh, by the way, Janet, I was going to say, she was not a Giants fan, you know, just so you know. And Janet represented the United States in gymnastics back in the 70s, and you know, so yeah, big there. But I'm going to ask everybody, because we lost a teammate, we lost a brother. I'm going to get really emotional now, and my best friend, and I've done a lot of stuff with him. And if we could just grab a glass and raise a toast, and you all know what I'm going to do. Number 53, Dennis Franks. You know, we called him Pumpkin, right, Coach? Yeah. Yeah.
There's a gentleman sitting over there, was there with us on the Celebration Life in the other room.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
How about that? Well, if you could, you know, raise a toast to Dennis, and to his wife, and to his family, and you know, think of him, and God bless Dennis Franks, and God bless you and Coach Vermeil, and thank you so much, everybody. Yeah. Merry Christmas, have a happy New Year, an invincible New Year, and just thank you so much, Coach, for the opportunity, Harold, for your friendship and being the greatest teammate ever. And Janet, I love you so much, and thank you for letting me outkick my coverage. So here's to you, Dennis. We love you, man. All right. Thank you, Coach.
They're pouring in front of you now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys. They're pouring in front of you now the Red Blend. Red Blend 2018 34, Roman numeral 34 for Super Bowl 34. For Super Bowl 34. All right, same winemakers, Thomas Brown, Andy Jones. 956 cases of this. Got a 94 grade with this glass. It's the first time we've ever had it graded. Very well done. It's a blend of Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, and Petit Syrah. So I think you're really going to enjoy it. We'll talk about it after you enjoy it. Thank you.
stand for it, but that way it'll be a nice third extra. I'm gonna put it next to me on the stand.
Thank you. Sorry.
She's a wonderful person. I'll be right back.
I was the only one.
that still the main one over there?
Yeah, that's number one. Pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure.
No, it's BER. See, and that's why I didn't sit there.
That thing is blinding as shit. Those are good too.
No, it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? I know it's hard. You're drinking good wine, eating good food, and just getting ready for the holidays, and you're all talking with each other. But we have a couple other surprise guests that just dropped in to say hello and drink some wine and eat some good food. What, Ron Jaworski? Hi, Ronnie, right here. Hey, Ronnie. I'll tell you. Come on up, Ron. Come on up. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story on Ron. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me over there? Can you hear me over there? As if you care. Okay. Can you hear me? All right. I'm walking out of the airport. I land in California there. I'm walking out of the airplane. I get a phone call on my cell phone. It's Dave Baker from Canton, Ohio Hall of Fame. And he says, hello, Coach Vermeil. This is Dave Baker from the Hall of Fame, and I'm not calling you to buy a case of wine. I'm calling you to let you know you're the finalist as a coach for the Hall of Fame this year. It just about floored me, okay? So a few minutes later, right away, I talked to Ron. Ron and I, God, this is honest, we're both in tears. Yep. Ron's crying on one side of the phone, and I'm crying on the other side of the phone, right?
Absolutely right, Coach. It was literally simultaneously, Coach got a call from David Baker, who heads up the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I had a plant that was in the meeting by the name of Drew Pearson, who was also in the Hall of Fame, wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and we've been friends for a long time. And so on my phone, I looked at my phone, and there was a black thumbs up. So I knew it was a black guy. I figured that out, right?
Even a Polish could figure that
I figured it out. So I looked, and it was Drew Pearson, and he was the consultant in that meeting. Simultaneously, David Baker told Coach Vermeil that he was going to the Hall of Fame. Drew Pearson told me. I called the coach because I'm bawling. I'm like a little baby. I'm like bawling, and he's in the airport bawling, and we're like, oh, that's great. It is the most unbelievable honor
story.
anyone could ever get. Like Harold Carmichael and Coach Vermeil now joining the Pro Football Hall of Fame is something absolutely unfathomable, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. That is incredible.
Thank you.
I love this guy like a father.
Yeah. Well, these guys, Carol and I over the years have adopted so many kids into the Vermeil family, and a couple of them, three of them are here tonight. Okay, and but because we have shared so many life experiences around football and family and wine and friendship and relationships, and it makes it so meaningful. Like I said, I didn't call Ron and ask him to come here because I knew he would. I didn't want to do that because these guys have too much pressure on them all the time. But anyway, thank you for being here. He knows I love him, and I don't have any problem telling him that. These guys know that.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
And we learned that going through some losses. We learned how to hang on to each other in the tough times that allowed us to develop a relationship that now. I met Ron Jaworski in 1973. 1973. I'm an assistant coach of the Rams, and the Rams draft him number 2. And I'm coaching the running backs and special teams for Chuck Knox, and here he is. So I knew him for a year before he ever came here. And then here I've spent a year, and I say, I sent Carl Peterson out to Los Angeles. And it's exactly what I told him. I said, Carl, you go out to Los Angeles and bring Ron Jaworski back to Philadelphia or don't come back. That's a true story. I told him that, so help me God. And fortunately, we had a great relationship with the Rams at that time. Don Klosterman.
There's also another story. I'll interrupt the coach for a second.
Okay.
No. So
it may not be true.
It's my last year with the Rams. It's the 4th year of my 4-year contract. And Coach Vermeil was at UCLA and won the Rose Bowl, and that's what kind of triggered his coming to Philadelphia. So the last year of my contract, he had a friend of his, a car dealer by the name of Ben Wells, out in the Valley, that would call me every Tuesday. I was at the office and say, Coach told me to tell you, don't sign a contract with anyone. Do not sign a contract with the Rams.
I'm a little dishonest,
Yes, do not. So I made the deal to come to Philadelphia. I said, Coach, why did you keep having Ben Wells calling me to leave L.A. and come to Philadelphia? He said, because when that media asked me, did you ever talk to Jaworski? I could say, no, I didn't talk to him. The car dealer called me.
You have to think ahead, right? You have to think ahead. You have to plan. Anyway, Ron had every bit as much to get me into the Hall of Fame as I had in my own attributes. But anyway, great player. In playing today, first off, he'd be making a ton of money. He'd be one of the leading quarterbacks in the NFL. The schemes are so much different and so more favorable for the offensive player. Harold, you'd catch 150 passes a year, and Vince, you'd make the team today. You'd make the team today. You'd be playing. You'd get to play. You imagine a guy coming off the street, never played college football, and making an NFL team. I can remember the first pass he caught in a preseason game, a 6-pattern coming across the middle. I can remember. Hell, it's amazing what kids can do. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the red blend, the Cabernet Franc and Petit Syrah. That's a $56 bottle of wine. And I think right now it's our leading sales because it's not too expensive, and it's a very fine glass of wine. The other thing I want to tell you about, Christmas Day, they're releasing a movie called The American Underdog. It's all about Kurt Warner's life. It's more of a story of life than it is of football, really. It's very well done. I've hosted 2 premieres. I'm going to the Hall of Fame in Canton on Thursday night to host it there for the general public that's invited to come into the Hall of Fame to watch it. If it comes out Christmas Day, you're really going to enjoy it. It's a different style movie than The Invincible. Is it better? It's just different. It's more of a life story coming into the NFL rather than so much about in the NFL. So I know you're going to enjoy it. A few people are here with me tonight. Were with me when we premiered it in Philadelphia a couple of weeks ago. The next wine you're going to be receiving is the JLV, Jean-Louis Vermeil Cabernet. That's how the whole thing started, the hobby of 150 cases a year, 1999, the year we won the Super Bowl. I had no money involved in it. A friend of mine at his little winery made it and sold it at his Cabernet. When I wanted a bottle of it, I bought it at full price. We did that for a long time until here comes Michael Aziz and John Scarpa. It's a full-fledged business. This wine is 170 cases we made in this 2018. It is 78%, 78% Cabernet. The other's Cabernet Franc. It's not 21% Cabernet Franc, so figure that out. It's 14.7 in alcohol. 14.7 in alcohol. So you'll notice a little boost in the alcohol there. It's a 73 graded wine, very high end. It's a $125 bottle wine. We don't make a lot of it, but we make it right. I think you're really going to, if you love Cabernet, you're going to like this. But remember, it has 21% Cabernet Franc. It has to have 75% Cabernet to be called a Cabernet. So enjoy.
Hey, Coach, it's very obvious you love your former players.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you love your wines. But why don't we bring up one of your current Premium Wine members in Joe
I want to
Cosgrove.
introduce.
Where's Joe Cosgrove? Joe Cosgrove. come
Also,
on up.
here's Brian Pop. Where's Brian Pop?
Poppy.
Where's Brian? Hi, Brian. Hey, you talk about a special guy in Philadelphia history sitting right back there.
Poppy.
A very knowledgeable wine guy. He tells me he belongs to a French wine club, South France. Brian, thank you for being here. Thank you.
Big Joe. Joe looks like Pierre the Painter today. What are you doing, man?
Ron, how you doing?
Hey, Joe. Joe, how many years you been in the wine club?
4 years, Coach.
Joe will tell you about the experience of being. What level are you in?
So I'm at the highest level.
He's at the Signature Series, so he gets Cabernets delivered either two times or three times a year, a whole case. And that's our high-end Cabernets, and they are expensive. They are expensive. Joe, thank you so much for your. What's your experience? Has it been good?
It's incredible. You know, folks, the same level of passion that Coach Vermeil offered on the sidelines and in the booth and at the coach's level, he brings to his winemaking. It's a labor of love. It's a passion for him, and it resonates. I enjoy drinking it. It's the JLV is incredible.
It is. We're very proud of it.
Which I think you're pouring next.
We're
if I'm not
pouring right
mistaken.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. So I encourage you to take a shot. Give Coach Vermeil your support, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's incredible wine, and I'm glad.
Have you been in our tasting room in Napa?
You know, you hosted my wife Missy
Yeah,
and Dolly
right.
and
Okay.
Diane. They're in the back there.
That's right.
Missy and Diane and Dolly. You were gracious enough
Yeah, it
to
was
host
fun.
them in Napa Valley.
Yeah.
And
We had a great time.
They really did, and we appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
You've got 4 fans for life, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Sit down and enjoy your food.
God bless.
I say that respectfully because he was reminiscing. This teacher, and not being from the area, watching them two do that. It was work the whole time at dinner. Jake cooked dinner, and they were sitting there reminiscing. And I'm like, here I am, meeting this guy.
that.
Have your attention, please. May I have your attention? Peter, can you hear me in there? Peter Michaelitis, can you hear me in there? No, he can't. Have your attention. Can you hear me in there? Ladies and gentlemen, first off, I hope you enjoyed the Sauvignon Blanc, the Blend 34, and then the JLV Cabernet. You just finished drinking the Picket Road Cabernet. The Picket Road Cabernet, we only made, I think it was 148 cases of it. It's 14.7 in alcohol. The Picket Road is a famous road in the northern end of the Napa Valley because one side of the Picket Road is Freddie Annie Vineyard. The other side is Vengue, Arajo, which was bought by the French in 2014. Chateau Latour bought it. Arajo Wines, Isley Vineyard, very famous. Mr. Freddie Annie planted all those vineyards years ago before the French and Arajo ever got involved. The next glass of wine you're drinking, right, is the Picket Road. Like I said now, 148 cases. And I really am very proud of this. It's got a 94 grade, which is hard to get when you're little independent guys like we are. The other thing, I don't know if you can hear me, I'd like to mention is that we make a great Zinfandel. The vineyard was planted in 1908, so it's truly an old vineyard. Truly, it's picked differently, farmed differently, everything. It has its own umbrella because of the old-fashioned vines. It's not up on stilts in any way or hanging vines, anything like that. We make a Charbonneau, which we only make about 50 cases of it, which is an Italian grape in the Napa Valley. There's only about 75 acres of Charbonneau in the entire valley. It's really a nice glass of wine, mainly made for our wine club members because people don't know enough about it. We make a Petit Syrah as well. So the Chardonnay will blow you away, believe me, if you like Chardonnay. So there's other things that we make other than the wines you're drinking tonight. So just Google VermeilWines. Just Google VermeilWines, and you'll see everything we have to offer. The other thing I will say, if you're ever in the Napa Valley, you call me and I'll take good care of you in the tasting room in Napa, 1018 First Street. 1018 First Street. My cell phone number, get out your pen. My cell phone number is 610-563-8887. My cell phone is 610-563-8887. If you call me the day before you get in the Napa Valley, I'll square you away in the tasting room and you'll have a wonderful time. I promise you, you'll enjoy it. Yeah, Vince has been there. Hey, they've been there, right, Joe? Yeah, tremendous. All right, take me up on that opportunity. I'm always there in the fall. Thank you.
Yeah, Coach.
opening your mics.
So what an evening here at the Italian Affair in Glassboro. I mean, Al Fisher, the food, absolutely phenomenal. The wine, phenomenal. And the guest list, I mean, does it get any better?
It doesn't get any better. And by the way, I fell in love tonight. And obviously, it wasn't with you, but yeah. I fell in love with the VermeilWines.
Oh, okay.
And there's one in particular, the Jean Louis Vermeil. Excellent. Unbelievable. I'm buying bottles.
Did you sign up for the wine club?
I did sign up, but did you? The question is, did you sign up?
I did sign up.
Did you sign?
Listen, and Vince Papali signed up. Vince Papali's in the house tonight. He's been a member for years, he says. You know, so, I mean, Mr. Invincible is here. Yeah, Ron Jaworski had showed up. Harold Carmichael, all the friends of Coach Vermeil, absolutely phenomenal. Brian Propp is here. And our buddy Joe Cosgrove. Yeah, which is a premier member in his own right.
And I think there's going to be more premier members starting tonight, and they should be starting tonight because this is a great wine. VermeilWines, a great brand.
Yeah, the Cabernet is the calling card, the signature item, but every single cab that we had, absolutely phenomenal, and even for you, the Sauvignon Blanc.
I did like the Sauvignon Blanc, and that's not something that I actually like, but I enjoyed it. Very smooth, very nice, very light.
Yeah, I found it interesting that you indulged enough that when you filled out the card for the membership, you actually put John Louis Vermeil, which you do realize that was his like great grandfather. You can't really be John Louis Vermeil. There already is two of them.
Okay. So well, thanks for calling me out on that. I do appreciate that. Of course, That's his signature. Call me out. I appreciate it, man.
We want to thank our buddy Giuseppe Solano, all the fantastic staff that's here at the Italian Affair. What a fantastic way to kick off the holiday season and wish each other well. And a lot of people jumping on board to do the VermeilWines.com membership.
Yeah, it was obvious that the feel in the room and everybody in the excitement about the wines was very evident, very fantastic. So it was good night.
4-course meal, 4 different wines to be paired. Can't stress enough. If you missed this one, be on the lookout for the next event here at the Italian Affair in Glassboro.
Can't wait to be in the next one.
All right. So for now, for BFA Sports, the special edition, I'm Doug Stasic.
I'm Al Fisher.
And I guess we can't wait till next time to see you drink wine.